Alright, we're back. Like I say, it can get a little complicated when you just want to change the key in your head, because then you find you might have to um, play a C minor, you know, C shaped C minor, not just a C minor. If someone said, play me a C minor, it'd be like, okay, that's a C minor. Yeah, but what if you were playing the C down here? And I said, play me a C shaped C minor. And that's what this C is. It's a C shape. It could apply to anything. Here's C shape all the way up the line. It could apply anywhere along that. But those that was without doing the bar. That was without doing the bar. And it's difficult to show you that because I'd have to play this with the. I'd have to make pretend my bar is the fret bar, right? All right, that's why this. That's what this C is. It's a C shape on anywhere along the fretboard. That's what caged is. It's a shape. So with the A, pretend like my finger's the bar here. There's an A-shaped F. Of course, at home it would be a D flat for you, but I'm down C tuned. Seem to be harping on that subject today. All right. So when we say a C-shaped C minor, you look over here, look at the interval here. Now the G isn't going to change. To go to C minor, instead of a major third and a minor third, you just drop that one note, okay, and now you're going a minor third and then a major third. So that's a C-shaped C minor. So when you're pretending, I'm going to pretend this C is an F here, you know, and you say, well, then I want to go to a G minor. Okay, then I have to do essentially a D minor shaped G minor. Now let's look at those three notes here. Okay, so, well, actually, this is a C. Actually, we were on a C here. Okay, but if I pretended it was an F. So this is where the notes would be wrong. If you pretend you're in a different key, remember, the notes are going to be wrong. You know, they're going to be transposed. So be careful. It's fun to pretend when you're in a different key when you're in the dark or something and you can't see this thing. You know, or you're simply not paying attention to, let's say, the dots or something. You know, what actual fret number you're on. Then you can pretend you're in a different key and play pretty easily. So you can get in trouble pretending you're in a different key. It's better to just be in that key. Okay? So if we are in C here, let's say we're in the key of A here. This is an E-shaped A, right? And if I want to go from A to B minor, I would have to do a D minor shaped B minor. And indeed we have here a D, a G, and a B flat. Okay? That should be a B minor. Let's see what we got here. We're in the key of A here. And to go to, let's see. Oh, right. That's down one. Yeah, that would be a G minor. So you have to know what you're doing. If you're in the key of E here, all right, and you want to go to a D minor, it's going to be one step down. So if you're in the key of A, and and you want to go to a G minor, right? You just play that same shape to shape, E shape to D minor shape. That was the same shape down here. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, we're getting into someone else's subject, something that someone else is real good at that I'm not good at. And believe me, I don't want to go, like if I go into the gym, I don't want to hit the machine that I'm worst at, because I would want to go to a secondary, where, a machine where those muscles are secondary, and build them up a little slowly before I actually focus on them. It's like if you have a tire that's low on your car and you go to an air pump, don't hit that tire first, okay? It'd be neat to have a little hose that would go tire to tire, right? Hey, this tire's too high, this tire's too low. Let's just make a little hose between the tires. Hey, sir, can I borrow a little air from you? These are ways to get around broken logic. All right, so we have them split up here, and remember about this particular drawing here, and without drawing things on it already, because it's got plenty on it. It's got everything we need. This is the unwarped pattern. This is the warped pattern. Now I want to get over to these patterns, so I get to today's video. I'm going to cross over into the today. I made this today. There's two pattern stacks. This is the big pattern stack, and you use this for the open strings. All this just to be able to do things on the open string or the capo. Okay? And it's very important, to be able to access these notes on the open string or the capo. This is the barred pattern stack. It doesn't say barred because I was, am I going to use the word barred? But it's best used for barred because let's say I start on a 2 here. We want to access the 7, the 3, and all these guys. So then I can just remove that bar. So here's the D on my guitar. Okay, for you it'd be the B flat, but would it be the B flat? Yeah, in sound, but not in place. So, and by the way, where I place my hand around down here, it is more or less determined on which note I want to play on this note map. Okay, so the spaces in between, how wide the frets are, isn't really what I'm trying to target. If that was the subject of our discussion, we'd have to talk about that particularly. That when things are closer together, they're a little easier to play sometimes. Other things are harder to play. Down here, things are further apart because the frets are bigger and longer. So some things are easier to play, some things are harder to play. That's the way it works out. So just be aware, use your eyes a little bit, so that if you're going up, your things are getting smaller. So they should get easier, really. But when I'm making these fret maps here, boy, when I get past about this C here, there's so many of these guys per 6 inches. There's like 10 frets here. Per 6 inches down here, there's only 5. So I tend to get up the keyboard very quickly, the fretboard, and then up here, I'm like sitting here all day doing these little guys. How many of them are left and all that? All the way up to 21 of them. There's 21 frets on this. So this is, if we start on 2 here, this is an S3S, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2. Alright, so normally if that is the 2, it would be the D shape. So you think it's going to be starting on the D.